Unit 2. Listening. Exercise 4. Helen Wright from the Bristol-based organisation Safe Streets is here to answer questions about knife crime. Helen, can you give us the figures?
Well, they vary according to the source, of course. Police figures are lower than those from the hospitals.
Is that because the police want us to think that its crime fighting is effective?
Well, one problem is that many victims of stabbings go to hospital, but not to the police, and many more don't go to hospital.
So, do we know how many people are stabbed each year?
Last year, over 300 people were stabbed to death, and nearly 50 of those were teenagers. Officially, over 4,000 people were stabbed and injured, some seriously injured. Over 1,000 of the people injured were teenagers.
That's over 10 stabbings a day. And you think that this might be an underestimate?
Unofficial sources, people who work in the community and know what's really happening on the street, give higher numbers. Some even say that the real figure could be more than 20,000 a year. Obviously, the worst areas are big cities like London.
Why are so many teenagers carrying knives?
Some carry them to get respect, others to defend themselves if they are attacked. It's a vicious circle, but we definitely need to get rid of the knives. In many places, gangs of youths rule the streets, and drug dealing is a serious problem too.
What are the police doing about it?
It is now a criminal offence to carry a knife, and the police can stop and search anyone. The courts are getting tougher too. Many offenders are sent to prison and others are sentenced to do community work or are fined.
And are these measures effective?
They're not effective on their own. Local communities must help and parents must be more responsible. They shouldn't let their kids roam the streets at night.
What about violent videos and music? Are they partly responsible for the amount of aggression in teenage gang culture?
Many people's fingers point at hip-hop culture because the lyrics are sometimes violent. It could have an influence, especially because these singers are role models for many kids. Fortunately, some rap stars, like Tricky and Tiny Temper, are speaking out against knife crime.
So things are moving in the right direction then?
Definitely. But we must remember that there are a lot of social problems that contribute to the violence. Things like the breakdown of family values, poverty, lack of opportunity.
So, do you think that antisocial teenage behaviour and knife culture are symptoms of a sick society then?
Yes. Tougher policing is necessary, but it can't solve the problem. A cultural change is needed before our streets become safe again. There's a long way to go.
Thank you for speaking to us today, Helen.